goodness. I've been seeing water filtered vacuums all over social media recently. Never heard of it before, but it sounded like a really cool idea. So I did some digging and realized that they typically cost thousands of dollars. Not this one. Full disclosure, I did buy this refurbished. The refurbished was half the price of the typical retail price. When it came in, though, I was pleasantly surprised to see that it was packaged just like it was new. It had all of the attachments, everything was wrapped in plastic, it came with the carry bag. It didn't feel like it was a refurbished product. It felt like it was new. Everything was in its specific place inside the box. All of the pieces and parts, attachments, everything was in the box. And it was all very, very clean. Just in case you were wondering what a refurbished product might look like, I was pleasantly surprised. I've never actually purchased a refurbished product before this one, but my expectations were low, probably lower than they should have been, clearly, because I'm very impressed. In the box is a quick start guide, and it could not be easier to set this up. It's like 3 or 4 steps. That's it. The bottom of the box includes the main vacuum part. Now, this is very heavy. I was surprised at how heavy this vacuum is. The cord just has some like styrofoam stuff stuck to it. There's nothing wrong with it. To put it together, you're just going to screw the handle on and then cover the screw with this little decorative cap. And then we need to fully extend the part down here. So you can see my husband pulled that little extend button and then I pulled the pull down. And then you attach the head, which is very easy. It just plugs right into that metal pole. It can only go in one way, and it will click when it goes in. Take a second to enjoy the satisfying part, and then plug your cord in. The cord is located just below that little plug that we put in when we attach the handle. Once again, it only goes in one way. Then to remove the reservoir, there is a button that you squeeze toward the bottom. Once you squeeze the button at the bottom, it will release. If you squeeze the button toward the top, it will not release. So we're just going to fill this with water up to the max line and try it out. Put the top part in first and then push the bottom in until it clicks. You will hear a click. This does have a touch screen, which is really interesting. So you just tap the little icon there, the little red dot, and it turns on. We're going to attempt to get the sand out of this rug and this rug, because we're currently living on a beach. You can see that we're starting with crystal clear water, and I love that it has a blue light to show you the bubbles in the water. I will reiterate that this is incredibly heavy. I don't have any high pile carpet to try it on, but it did work very well on the hard floor, the concrete floor, as well as these low pile rugs. It was easy to maneuver around, even though it is so heavy. If we would have done this with the regular vacuum, the filter would have clogged immediately.
Ew.
Okay, let's change the water and do it again. Oh my. That's a lot of yuck.
Really got that carpet clean.
Wow.
This vacuum really sucks. In a good way.
That's crazy. Okay, this is pass number 2 of the entire downstairs, and look at the amount of sand in the bottom of this. That is a lot of sand and a lot of dirt. And we haven't even done the couch yet. Ew. Where did all that grass come from? That's very strange. Where? Okay, well, I picked up a bunch of grass that I did not know was in the house. I really wish that this had a bottom empty option, because getting the sand out of here is a nightmare. Now, I did not intentionally dump sand onto the couch, but this is the byproduct of living in a sandy area. There's always sand everywhere. So we're going to try to vacuum out the couch with the attachments and see what comes out of it. We have reservoir number 3. There's still a little bit of sand in there, but I got most of it out. To put the attachment on, you're simply gonna just pinch the sides there. Going to align the notches and then lock it into place. Because our couch has all of these little divots, we started with the crevice tool, pulling up all of the sand out of each one of these little tiny pockets, because when we used the other attachment, the long one, it wasn't getting into all of those little tiny pockets. How there's this much sand on the couch is beyond me. My next order of business is really to get some grass. You can see just from the pockets how much sand is already in this reservoir. We absolutely love carpet lines, and this vacuum can do carpet lines on your couch, as my husband has discovered. He didn't do them the way that I would have done them because the stripes are too wide and too narrow, but that's okay. It still looks really nice. I was not prepared for how much dirt was on the couch. You might not think that this is a lot compared to the other 2 reservoirs that I dumped, but it's a lot. Overall, I am really impressed with the way that the water filters the dirt. I love the fact that it kept the suction much, much better than our other vacuum. And it was affordable compared to the other water filtered vacuums on the market. I realize normal households will not have this much sand, but for our purpose, I wish that there was a way to empty the reservoir from the bottom. Other than that, and just the sheer weight of the vacuum, I absolutely love it, and I will be keeping it.